Hello everyone, I think I'm live, so let me know if you can hear me. It would be great to know. Let me just finish the setup. This looks good. All right. All right, looks good. Let's just wait until the game starts, because then I might need to adjust everything a bit more. But for now it looks fine. Okay, let's see who plays. Hikaru is there. I already joined, yeah, so it's fine. Let's see which place I'm starting with. Hello. Hopefully everything works. You can see me, you can hear me. Let me know if everything is working. Wow. Is it just me or is the tournament getting stronger and stronger? It's completely insane. I mean, everyone is winning so much rating, and where am I even? Thanks, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm 120th place. Okay, that's already pretty sickening, yeah? With 2750, you're 121st. All looks good. Great, great. Yeah, it should start in 2.5 minutes. Chewing gun ASMR, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put it out, yeah. That's the downside of having a good microphone, that you can basically hear everything. So just 1 second. Okay. My apologies. Thanks for pointing that out. No chewing gum ASMR today. Hopefully it will be like Title Tuesday ASMR, yeah? Hopefully it will be enjoyable. Especially for you guys. So yeah, I'm getting lower and lower, yeah? Now I'm 134th place. What does it take to get to 3000? I mean, it takes incredible amount of time and also strength, yeah? Like above 3000 there are almost no grandmasters. Maybe 3 players that are not grandmasters, but yeah. To get above 3000, it's pretty insane. That's for sure. So welcome to everyone who just joined in. The game should start soon, so I might need to change the whole thing a bit. Let's see how the layout will look. Maybe something like this will be a bit better. Let me know what you think. Although it might be actually nice to see the moves as well. What do you guys think? How should I do it? Maybe it's best like this. And I'll just put myself in the corner. All right, it's about to start. Okay, I will leave it like this for now. And yeah, later on you can tell me what you think about it. But I need to move now. Okay. All right, so I'll try to focus a bit on the game now, and I was planning to stick to one e4 today, which it's been some time since I played a lot of e4. But actually, before the Olympiad, I prepared a bit of e4, but then I never played it. So now it's time to use that preparation, hopefully with success. All right, I'll try to keep it like this now, the whole setup. But we'll figure it out later, after the game is over. Yeah, so this line is pretty standard, exchange Caro-Kann. Now he plays this. Do I take now? I think it makes some sense to take now. Play knight d2. So he always has this isolated pawn on d5. Which means I should be slightly better for most of the time. Knight f3. So this pawn is always a weakness. But he does have some activity with queen d6. So where do I put my pieces? I could go bishop g5, pin the knight. Because otherwise he might have knight e4 as an idea. Am I afraid of knight e4? I think I'll go bishop g5. Knight e4 is somehow coming. Okay, I need to move. Let's just go here. I need to move. Okay, so now he plays this, which I somewhat expected. Again, do I take or do I go queen? No, queen e4, he has rook e4, so I'll take. And now maybe bishop e3. He's pretty active overall, so I'm not that happy for now. But it's playable. I mean, I'm always a bit scared of this battery. If he gets queen d6, I also have to watch out for queen h2. But it should be manageable. He doesn't have that many mating threats yet. Queen b3. At the moment, I'm not even threatening to take here because he has bishop h2, but okay, he goes back. Rook d1. By the way, I have bishop g5. That would have been much, much better. I didn't pay attention. I also have bishop b6 ideas. It's starting to become a bit unpleasant for him, I feel. Okay, he goes here. Now, can't I do this? I think I'll do this. Because now this pawn on d5 is starting to become a real weakness. And I don't actually see how he protects it, but because obviously he doesn't want to take back with the g-pawn on f6. That would be a disaster. And if you go something like queen d6, I can take, queen takes, and then I have queen takes d5. Because then after rook takes d5, there's rook e8 checkmate. So this is the whole idea. Also, the pawn on b7 is hanging, so... So yeah. Looks pretty good. Okay, but that should be a disaster for him. This sort of position. Okay, what do I do now? I have so many nice ideas. Maybe just queen d1 back. Or queen c2 is also very nice. So many good options for me. Let's just go back. Because queen c2, he has some ideas with b4 or d4. I just want my queen on f5. Like maybe queen d3, queen f5. Yeah, he does this. I thought I can just go a3. Yeah. Or maybe queen c2. Hitting the pawn on h7. And queen f5 is coming. Queen f5. Okay, now I get to take this pawn. And should be pretty good for me now. Okay, what's the cleanest way here? Let's just go here. Okay, I give check and I win the piece on b8. And should be over soon. Okay, let's give check. Let's take another pawn. I also had knight f5 with checkmate, by the way. And he resigns. Okay, let me just see how the whole layout is. If you can let me know in the chat, is the layout fine or should I adjust it a bit? Guys, anyway, I'm not looking at the chat, and I think there's also some delay in the stream, so don't worry about me being able to see your suggestions. Move it to below, right? Is it better like this, maybe? Is that what you're thinking? That could be better, and maybe like this. I think this looks good now. Layout is good? Okay, great. Great. Yeah, I think the game was pretty good. Let me just see if you guys had some questions. New mic and audio is awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy with my microphone. I invested some money in there. And yeah, I think it was really worth it. So I'm glad you like the new setup. Also some like a new softbox is coming for better lighting. My webcam, since I think someone asked, is the Logitech StreamCam, which is just like a normal webcam, but I think the quality overall is pretty decent. So I'm also happy with this one for now, at least. Maybe in the future I'll have some improvements in that regard as well. Bishop b6 after queen c7 was winning an exchange. Let me see. Oh yeah, bishop b6 also. Yeah, I was just so happy that I was able to get bishop g5 because I thought here he should go h6 to avoid bishop g5. And yeah, here I should have gone bishop g5 right away. But other than that, I think the game was pretty good. Bishop b5 maybe. Yeah, I mean bishop d7 I was happy to see. Maybe you can move the rook somewhere. I was even thinking about rook e4 or rook e6. Because after this bishop exchange, I'm somewhat, my king is just safer. Yeah, the computer says bishop e3, but after something like knight e4 or queen d6 first, it's not that easy for me. Because he always has some tricks on h2. But yeah, I think the game was fine overall. Let's see, there are 3 more games. 3 more games. Okay, this one is over. And this one is over as well. So we should resume. No, next round. Okay, Timur Kocherin, apparently from Germany. Okay, let's focus. Let's go here. Let's go for the Queen's Indian. And let's go for this line with bishop b4 check, which I've played once in over the board as well. Let's go for this. Take on d2. And he should take with the queen here. He takes with the knight. Okay, I'm happy to see this, because the knight is actually often a bit misplaced on d2. He would prefer to be on c3, so I think taking with the queen is a bit better. Okay, he wants to go for e4, so I have two plans. I can go for c5 or e5. Actually, I like this a bit better here. So if e4, cd4, knight d4, that's the question. I have some small issues along this diagonal. Now the question is it a big problem or not? Because I have to take here. And now he has some e5 ideas. Can I just go queen e7? That looks pretty simple. Yeah, that looks decent enough. I would prefer my queen to be on c7, but yeah, I guess you can't have everything in life. Now how do I develop? Knight d7, e5, knight takes e5 I have, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, he goes here. Do I need a6? Probably not yet. I have lots of ideas here. Let's just put this rook here. It's never so easy where to put the rooks in this sort of position. I mean, I could have also gone with this rook to c8. Maybe a6. Yeah, looks normal. And he goes b4. Okay. Now, do I go a5 or not? Somehow I want to. Because now at least I have some play along the a file. Of course, the square on b5 is weakened as well. So you could argue that it's not the best decision, but yeah, let's see. I need to play a bit faster here. Maybe here. I thought I can go knight g6. And I have this nice idea with h5, h4, which I'm not sure it works, but at least it's an idea. He goes here. Can I go h5? Why not? I'm being a bit too slow again. Actually, my plan for today was to play way faster than usual, but somehow it's not working out that well yet. Okay, so if I'm getting h4, then his whole pawn structure is crumbling here. So he goes for this. Maybe this is an idea. Phew. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Really need to focus now. Am I getting checkmated? I don't like my position, but oof. It's so low on time. Wow. What? I made the move. Oh, come on. I was just way too slow. It showed to me at 0.1 seconds I made the move, but yeah. I mean, in the end, it's again probably fine for me. I wanted to go 96. And he has to go back, and yeah, I'm the one playing for something. Maybe rook c5 I can go. Knight d7, and yeah, it's probably a draw, but yeah. Oh, again, I was just way too slow in this game. It's just a pity. I think I played this pretty well. I mean, I was just much better here. But with 3 seconds on the clock, it's just horrible. Yeah, completely winning. Bishop b5 is just picking up the piece. Yeah, unfortunate, yeah. I'm fully out of the online Blitz sphere. So... But I think I played the middle game pretty well. I mean, I guess also this a5 was actually a good decision. Yeah, a5 was good too. Okay, I was just way too slow. That was the only... it was just my fault, and I just need to work on it in the future games. That's all. That's all. But at least the quality of the games, I think, is okay. So yeah, I really need to get into Blitz mode. That's the issue. That's the thing. Because I was also not playing Blitz at all, basically, in the... I mean, I think even since the Olympiad, I haven't played at all. And also before that. So I was only playing this rapid event. This online tour. Where I had the match against Rasmus Fane. And also in that one, I always had the issues with time travel. So... But at least there you have 10+2, and there it's less of an issue, because yeah, at least you have 10 minutes. But here with, I think it's 3+1, yeah, so then it's, yeah, if you're low on time, then just anything can happen. So yeah. Strange that the games are not shown here. I don't know. Ah, no, it's here. Now it's here. Yeah, so Hikaru is playing as always. I think the usual people are playing the event. Okay. I mean, I think they're trolling, yeah? Like 100, 200 moves and... Yeah, okay, this is clear, yeah? I don't get it why people do this. I mean, don't you have better things to do? I guess it's always like this, that white here just plays on to, I don't know, troll black because black is not resigning. But yeah, I mean, now they've settled it. And looks like next round is starting. Ah, I've heard about this guy, Fadi Ait from Lebanon. Heard about him. Okay, let's stick to e4. And he goes for this, okay. Let's do this. And let's just try and do something here. Oh, bishop g4. That's not how you play it. But how do you punish it? That's the question. Bishop d3 looks logical, so that should be fine. Okay. h3 should be fine too. Okay, I mean, I need to be fast, yeah, so let's just do something here. Maybe rook e1, looks logical too. Looks logical as well. And he goes for c5, interesting. I have a lot of space here, so I should be a bit better, but it's not so easy. I could go d5 right away, but I want to wait with it for now. Let's go knight c3. He goes rook e8, he's also waiting. Maybe bishop f4, that's one idea. Looks logical. Now he goes knight c6, so I was thinking now d5 makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because he has to go back. Okay, queen d3, and now I think I will just double my rooks here. Okay, what is he doing here? I mean, I don't think that b5 is an actual threat, but let's just stop it once and for all. Okay, rook e2. Yeah, he's very solid here, but I think I have like a long-term advantage. I wanted to go queen c2 here just to guard the square on b3. Okay, let's go here. And yeah, okay, now he can exchange all the pieces, but I think he's still in some trouble here. Okay, maybe g5 I can play, because now the knight is a bit out of play. Although it was maybe not necessary. Let's go h4. It's hard for him to find an actual plan here. Also for me, not so easy, but... By the way, h4 was just completely unnecessary. But I don't think it was a bad move itself. Wow, he goes for this structure. Phew. Again, I need to be way faster. But just everything looks so good for me here. Let's take with this one. And bishop g3. Pawn on e5 is just a big weakness. Okay, let's just go b3. I might have misplayed this a bit. I was also thinking of taking on e5 with the bishop, but I thought like this somehow I just have like a defender, so I thought it makes sense. That's surprising. But maybe not bad either. I want to go knight e4, but he has queen f5. Is that an issue? Queen f5, f3? Yeah, I'll go for this. Anyway, I need to be... Oh, wow, he takes here. Yeah, also, this will be pretty hard to win, but let's see what I can do. Let's go here, maybe bishop g5. Now I have bishop d8 ideas. Starting to look pretty good for me. If he goes back with the bishop to c7, I think I'll go bishop e7. But then he has queen d7. Can I take first? Okay, let's try this. I have no idea if it works, but... And my plan is now to go bishop b8. I think he has to go, and then I will go bishop d8. And then if he takes on d6, I'll take on b6. And then I'll win the pawn on a5. Okay. I think this should be... Wow, that was so close. I really need to be so much faster. I could have taken on c5, by the way. Okay, now it should be... Now it should be fine. Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Again, time management was not the best, but I think the game was pretty decent overall. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this bishop g4, because usually people play like this, they go bishop e7 first, bishop d3, and now knight f6. This is one line, but I guess the idea is to avoid h3 here by starting with bishop g4. And okay, this was all pretty good. Yeah, g4 was good. I don't have to take, but taking is fine. And yeah, the computer says I should go d5 right away, but I thought if he takes here, I can take with both knight or queen. And also, yeah, it's not fully equalizing for him. Yeah, the time makes me nervous as well. Yeah, I mean, especially this 1 second increment is just so hard to play with. And okay, yeah, engine gives some huge advantage, but practically it's never that easy to convert these positions. Okay, g5 was fine. But the h4 I wasn't a fan, because now I thought he can move the knight somewhere and then go queen d7, and I'm a bit weakened on the light squares, but probably shouldn't matter that much. Yeah, knight e5 was a very shocking decision. I also thought about taking like this. And okay, the first, of course, you want to play queen e4 and take the pawn on e5, but he has knight d6, and then he can take on c4. This is what I've seen. But the computer says after takes, I can go queen e2. And now f6, h5, wow. And if he takes here, oh, that's actually very nice. g6, and now knight h4, knight f5 is coming. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I didn't see that. When I analyze, do you look at the time spent? I mean, in Blitz games, not that much. I'm also not, in these Blitz games, I'm not trying to like get so much value out of it, because it's Blitz after all, and it's not easy to learn a lot from it. I usually try to get some takeaways from the opening, because it can actually come in some games, and then if in like real games, and then if you know everything, then it makes a lot of sense. So 94 apparently not the best move, but seemed logical enough. And yeah, this position is probably a draw. But yeah, maybe he should go bishop e7 now to stop bishop g5. Anyway, next game is starting. So hi everyone who just joined the stream. We are playing Title Tuesday today, and I'm just at 2 out of 3. I lost the second round on time. So yeah. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Let's go b6. Okay, my opponent plays some pretty slow stuff. Let's go d5 here. Okay. Bishop d6 maybe. Let's castle. Yeah, and he will probably go for knight e5. But yeah, I mean, I cannot really avoid it. These positions are always not easy to play at all, because white will play some f4, and yeah, it's not so easy. But okay, I'll try to make the best out of it. Because white here often has some attacking options with queen f3, queen h3, and my pawn on h7 is a bit vulnerable, so it's not so easy. Okay, now I think I'm pretty happy. I'll take on d4. I guess he has to take here, take. And now I have some options. I could go knight e4, which looks pretty good overall. Yeah, why not? Knight e4 seems good. Just using the outpost. It was also not necessary. I could have gone for something like rook e8 first, possibly. But yeah, knight e4, why not? Why not? Okay, he takes, and wow. This looks super strange. I have some nice ideas with bishop moves. Bishop c5 maybe. Or bishop f4. I like bishop c5. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Probably has to take with the pawn on c5. And now I thought I will take like this. I could also go give a check first. Check, king h1 takes. And let's give a check first. And take with the pawn. Okay, this looks pretty promising for me. Now I already have a choice. I could exchange queens. Or I can go queen d5, for example. Queen d5, rook f2, bc5, rook c1. Okay, I think I'll go for the endgame. Maybe not the best decision objectively, but at least I'm somewhat clarifying, and if one rook appears on e2, it should be like game over. So this looks pretty hard to play for my opponent. Yeah, b3 is probably a good move. Okay, let's go here. I want to get rook e2. Ah, he goes rook f2. Still, I thought, does this... Do I have any winning chances there? I think I do. If he takes... I guess he will take. I don't see anything else. I mean, he could go king g1. He does take. And now I thought I will go here. And if king f2, I'll go bishop b5. And I'll support the pawn, and now rook d1 is coming. Still not entirely clear, but should give very good winning chances to me, at least. I think so. Let's go rook d1. And now his problem is he cannot do anything there, and I will just slowly try and bring my king. Goes here, let's go bishop d3. Now if he goes bishop d6, he goes here first. Okay, a6. And then I'll go c4, that was my idea. And now I got like the full domination. It's still not entirely clear how I'm gonna win this. But I think the bigger question is how he's gonna hold it. So it looks very tough for my opponent. I just have so many different ideas here. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy to win this, that's for sure. I'll try to bring the king around. I don't know why, but let's take this, then I'll go back. What? The rook on e1 was just hanging the whole time. That's just embarrassing. I could have taken on e1 for like 3 moves in a row. Okay. Should still be winning, but... It's not completely obvious how it's gonna win. Oh, now I blundered this one. Oh, come on. It's probably still winning, but... Probably I'm just lucky as hell. I'm still winning. Unbelievable. Such a bad ending of the game. Okay, let me show you. Huh? He went bishop f8, and I could have taken for 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves. For 3 moves, I could have just taken only 1. It's just complete beginner's chess. Okay. Okay, then I brought the rook around, which I guess was fine. I mean, even this was winning, yeah. Even though I blundered the whole bishop, it was still winning. Okay. And what about the opening? Yeah, this was fine. c5 was fine. And c6 was fine. Yeah, opening was played well. I mean, he's not in time for this queen f3, queen h3. This is his problem. So, and here, yeah, 94 is good. And bishop c5 was actually a nice move. Bishop c5 was great. That was a cool idea. Okay. Slowly I'm coming back. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. We got a question from the chat. How would you practice tactics? Any book recommendations? Well, there are many different tactic books. I mean, also you can just solve tactics on like chess.com or Lichess. I think it's also pretty good. I have one book. It's called Jungle Guide to Chess Tactics. I think that's the name. So that was a really good one by Peter Prohaska, and I think it was done by another person, but Peter Prohaska was for sure the main author. So Your Jungle Guide to Chess Tactics by Peter Prohaska. I can really recommend this one. It like breaks down all the tactical patterns in one book, and it was really a great work. So I can highly recommend this one for you to check out. It was a pretty good book. Bishop c5 was awesome. Yes, I'm finally starting to see some moves again. Okay. So 3 out of 4 could be worse. Could be worse for sure. How much time should you spend for learning openings, middle game, and endgame? Another great question. I think the stronger you get, the more of your time should be invested in opening preparation. But if you're not at like FIDE master level yet, I would even say, then it makes more sense, in my opinion, to study a lot of tactics, middle game, and end game. But that's just my personal opinion. I think you just need to learn the fundamentals of the game of chess first, and when you reach a certain level, then in my opinion you should start focusing on studying openings. So I think also I personally only started to study openings seriously when I like became a FIDE master, I think. So maybe even after that. I think for me it was like the transition from FIDE master to international master when I took opening seriously. But even back then I didn't really have like a well thought out opening repertoire. This only came like in my late international master years, and I think even now, like slowly, I have like a really good foundation as a repertoire. So it just takes time to adapt to all sorts of openings. Yeah, I'm welcome. I could answer your question. If you have any other questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask. When I'm playing, I try to focus on the game. But in between the rounds, it's always nice to talk to you guys. Yeah, Magnus is not playing. I'm just realizing. By the way, this I my good friend Niels Grandelius is on 4 out of 4. That's nice to see. And Levy is also crushing it, 4 out of 4. Yeah, Levy can sometimes perform like really, really well. So yeah. What a name, yeah. The Machine 04. I was just checking. But seriously, like, is it just me, or is Title Tuesday just getting like tougher and tougher every single session? I mean, I'm on 3 out of 4, and I'm not even like in top 100, like not even close. Hello. Hi to everyone who just joined. I see in chat we got some people joining us, so welcome to everyone. Oh, I'm 160th place, yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying, 3 out of 4 and on 160th place. Like, I mean, how many people are even playing? 784 players. Hi everyone, I'm glad you joined the stream. Welcome. So for those of you who just missed it, I am on 3 out of 4 in the Title Tuesday. I lost my second game on time, as it's pretty usual for me. But yeah, now I was able to win 2, I think, pretty decent games. And now we're just waiting for the next round. Round 5 should start soon. Yeah, 784 title players. I'm also absolutely shocked. Because I remember back in the day, I started to play in, I don't know, 2018, 2019, the Title Tuesday, and it was maybe like 200, 300 players maximum. And now it's just completely exploding. But yeah, I mean, many more people are coming to chess, so it's also, I mean, it's a good thing, yeah, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's harder for people like me to even get remotely close to winning a prize, or like to even get to top 50 or something. It's super hard. But yeah, it would be actually a super nice, like to finish in the top 3 once in Title Tuesday. It would be absolutely crazy. If I would do that, I would be super happy. Like, it would be probably as much of a highlight as becoming a grandmaster. To finish top 3 in this event, it's absolutely insane. Just in my opinion, like, you see some people who are winning this event, or who are finishing in top 5 or top 10, like basically every week or every time. And you just have to realize, to perform on this level regularly, it's completely crazy. Okay, Konstantin Begunov from, is it Kazakhstan? Oh, that was embarrassing. Palau. Is it just me, or does the Palau flag look a bit like Kazakhstan? Okay, anyway. All right, let's go for this. I've checked this sometimes, but never actually played it. He goes for a6. Am I afraid of b5? Or not? Let's go a4. Yeah, now black has 2 setups. He can go for e6, g6, or what I didn't think about it at all is that he could go maybe bishop g4, but this bishop g4 is always the question, if it's good or not. Because the bishop can also be a bit exposed sometimes. And okay, sometimes he will just take on f3, but then I will get the bishop pair, which I would be pretty happy about. Okay, he goes here. Let me just go h3. Takes. Yeah, and that's the thing. Now I think I will get some pretty good play with g4. It's of course a bit risky, but Okay, many ideas here. I could start pushing the f pawn, like move the knight and then f4, f5. I also really like this move e5. Huh. Let's go for e5. Somehow I like it. So I guess he has to take, and then I get to take back with the knight, and then I think f4 is coming pretty fast. Oh, knight d7. But I have some... If I take now, the problem is the h file opens up. I think I'll take like this. It looks a bit strange, but now I'll get f4, and the bishop again is, I think, in quite some trouble here. Oh, f6. That looks really ugly. That looks really ugly. But I have so many promising moves here. It's just so hard to decide here. Okay, I mean, this cannot be that bad. Again, this looks so logical, just to move the queen out. But it was probably not that accurate to play like this. Also, to go f5, it was, I guess, not necessary. But... Okay, I need to move. Let's go rook e1. I need to move. I'm a bit scared he will start playing on the king side, like g6, and start to open things up there. And he goes for this. I will take. I'll take again. And he has to take with the king. Oof. I mean, I can take this pawn here. I'll give a check. Okay, that should be pretty good for me. He even goes for the endgame. Okay, now I'm like celebrating. Let's give a check. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, I think now I'm basically winning by force because of the pin before. And if he moves the bishop, I'll just take here, and I guess this should be winning more or less easily. My technique is horrible. I mean, now it could be a draw. Now it could actually be a draw. Still not clear at all. Okay, now it's a draw. Ah, I messed it up again. Again, I played too slow. It was not so easy to win this. Very strange. I mean, I should have gone for d4 instead. I also didn't have to go for this. I mean, bishop f2 is also so easy. Because now I don't have any weaknesses. He moves the bishop and then I just bring the king, like king f3, king e4, and he can just resign. Yeah, who mostly wins Title Tuesday? I guess Hikaru, yeah. And there are these specialists, Hikaru and Martinez often as well. Okay, that was just, I mean, I should really win this. It was such a good position. e5 was fine. I mean, as I've said, I also thought about moving the knight somewhere. Like I thought about knight h2 and then f4, f5. Also incredibly good position. Also knight h4. But e5 was fine. Takes, knight d7. Again, like very strange move. I thought he would just go e6. When I thought I could go for something like f4 and computer gives a large advantage. Okay, I took here. Computer again says I should take here. Queen f3. And I can just take on b7. I mean, I wasn't so sure what's happening here, but just bishop f4 and okay. Have you ever spoken to Hikaru, Magnus, or Fabi? Not personally. I haven't spoken to them. I mean, I've seen all of them in real life. I was also playing against Norway in the Olympiad now. And I mean, I played like 2 boards next to Magnus, so that was quite an experience as well. Okay, such a pity that I didn't win this. I mean, like, that's really just sad. b5 and it's already. I mean, again, I was just so low on time. a5 apparently, and then I'm pushing b5 and I'm queening. But with low time, it's not entirely easy. Again, b6 is winning on the spot. Like, just horrible. And it's just a draw. Nothing to do here. Can I pose problems with this? Okay, never mind. Yeah, what a waste. What a waste this game was. Okay, anyway, tournament continues, and let's go for the Caro-Kann. Let's try this. What are we doing? Okay, let's just go h5. I'm actually always struggling with this line because it's very hard to play for black. How does this go? I should start with queen a5 check. What am I doing? Okay, let's just go for this worst position. I just need to play fast. That's all. I think I actually had a game here like a very long time ago against Bilal Bilasen. It's not a great line, this knight h6, but it's somewhat playable. How is my opponent playing so fast? Let's go here. Exchange of queens would obviously be great for me. Okay, that's nice to see for me. I'm always happy to play endgames. I mean, it's maybe even this is maybe slightly better for him, but it's a bit strange how he's playing it. Let's go here. Very surprising that he's also playing so fast. Because I mean, I have so many ideas now. Knight a4 seems like I'm just winning a pawn. It could be a bit risky, but okay, let's just go for it. Because the knight could be trapped at some point, but I don't see how yet. Knight c4 would have been the safer option, of course. I mean, now he should probably try rook b1, rook c2, and then maybe rook f to c1. And then it's the question, can I take on b2? Oh, he goes for this. Again, I have many nice ideas here. But probably I should just take here. And now maybe king d7. I like that move. And slowly my rook on h6 will hopefully find back into the game. Anyway, the pawn on c3, he cannot protect it, so I can take it on the next move as well, I think. I think now is the time to take it. And he doesn't even have rook c1 because of knight e2. So this should be at least technically winning. By the way, this rook, I mean, the most logical way to get back into the game would be this, but I also have this idea actually. And then maybe rook e4, rook e2, but okay. A6. Let's just go b6. I don't see where he's going. Okay, f4, I'll just go g6, I think. Okay, rook c8 seems logical enough. Let's go back. I got rook c3 coming, maybe. And then knight c7 is also there to target the pawn on a6. Should be winning. Okay, now I can just exchange and go here. Knight c7 and I'm picking up the second pawn. And knight c7. Let's take on a6. And I don't think that this counterplay is fast enough here. I can go also here. Yeah, let's go here. And maybe just start pushing it. If king e8, everything is protected. a4. And okay. I guess this is the most accurate. And now a2, a1 is coming. I'm gonna even take here, just to ruin all fun for him. And okay, he resigns. I think a pretty decent game overall. As I said, this line it's not perfect, but yeah, you could argue about bishop h6. Because then at least I have the control over the dark squares. Maybe you should develop like maybe knight d2 and then to go for the standard plan c4. Yeah, thanks guys. I'm also pretty happy with this game. Yeah, c5 I was thinking, yeah, I could maybe start to play in the center right away. But I'm always a bit unsure because now if bishop c5, for example, he possibly has this idea queen b5 check and maybe he can take, but it turns out he can't. I just have rook b8 and rook b2. So I guess c5 right away is a more active approach. Like this, yeah. I mean, taking, as I said, it's a nice thing. Knight b3, I think, was the completely wrong approach. He should instead go for some c3 right away, like c3 or rook c1 first, and then c3, and then to go for some structure like this, where apparently I'm a bit worse because he pushes c4 and I'm still underdeveloped. If this rook is on c8, then I would be doing pretty well, I think. But the rook on h6 is just misplaced. Yeah, knight a4. Yeah, that's a question. Knight c4 is also good, but I was a bit scared of rook b1 when I'm not sure about this. Yeah, this is what I said. And if I take now, he gets some counterplay. Not rook c1, knight c1. And knight d3, and now already rook a1 is coming and my knight is trapped. I think the rest was pretty okay. I mean, there was not much left. Yeah, let's chill and chat. Yeah, that's a good thing. No reason to get heated up. The only person who is allowed to get heated up here is me. If I have some games where I lose on time, then it's allowed. I see some questions were there before. Can playing Bullet or Blitz improve gameplay? Yeah, that's a great question. I think from Bullet you cannot really improve. Because Bullet, in my opinion, is just like it's just fun, yeah. You will not improve necessarily from Bullet. Maybe your mouse skills or like reflexes will improve, but like actual understanding, I think, won't improve from that. Blitz, on the other hand, I think the key thing with playing Blitz is that you also analyze your games, at least briefly. If you do that, then I think you can I think then you can improve somewhat. Talking about improvement, I'm playing against Samonenkov, who is pretty strong. He's very young. He is, I think, when is he born? Like, it doesn't say. But he's pretty young. He's like 14 and already Grandmaster, close to 2600. And he goes for this one. And I have some idea here, which I want to try against him. So I went for the classical exchange in the first game. But in this game, I want to try this line, which I checked some time ago. And the best move is bishop f5, but... Okay, he goes for this. Now I need to think, what is the way? I think a6 was also a move. Okay, let's just play it simple. Can I just go here? h3, and he'll go bishop f5, and now I'll just go here. Just super simple chess. It's completely equal. I will not even argue about it. It's completely equal, but it's playable. And I just need to be fast in this game as well. That's the most important thing. Let's go here. If knight f4, I'll just go queen e3. I don't think it's dangerous. Okay, let's go rook e1. Looks logical. So black's plan will be to get f6, e5 at some point. And my plan is not entirely easy in general. There's one plan, a4, a5. The other plan is maybe just to get slowly like g3, h4, h5 to kick out the knight. But rook d8 is a nice move. And now f6, e5 is starting to look a bit unpleasant at least. Let's go here. I can go for knight e5 now, which was one idea at least. At least I'm stopping f6, e5. This structure is probably the structure in general is pretty good for black, but he has some issues with the king. He goes f6 anyway. That's a bit surprising. Okay, I guess I should take here. No, maybe I can go f4. Just to stop e5. He can go e5 anyway. He can go e5, and then I thought I can take once, and then I have queen g3. And then he cannot take on d4 because I have rook e8, and queen d6. So that was the idea. But he can go for e4 now, for example. But this is also, I mean, I'm not worse here, at least, I think. I could also keep queens on the board. Oh, let's go for this. And what I like here, do I like it? That's the question. I think I want to go a4. Just to stop, at least to counter b5, because if he goes b5 now, at least I have the open file. And in general, my plan is to go knight f1, knight e3. Or knight b3, knight c5, that's the other thing. So at least I'm playing a bit faster in this game, which is at least a good sign. Yeah, b6 is probably a good move to stop. Okay, let's move here with the knight. b6 just stopping a5 and stopping my plan to put the knight on c5. So that was a good move by him. Let's go here. And that was my idea. Now I can maybe put the knight on e5. Position is probably balanced. Probably balanced. Oh, now he goes b5. B4 is coming now. Not easy at all. Let's kick out the knight. This was my idea, to get some play here. But he should go rook f6 now. After rook f6, I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. I'll try to take here. That doesn't look good for me at all. Now I won on time. I think I'm completely lost here. Yeah, it's mate in 12, yeah. Rook g2, king h1, rook f2, and I'm just completely getting mated. Okay, now I was lucky. I mean, this position, it was not clear at all to me. It should be around balanced. Rook f6 was very strong, yeah. But he should have made it so much faster, because anyway, it's kind of like the only move. Otherwise, I'm just getting rook f7. And at least I have a perpetual check. But rook f6 was strong, and now I was kind of panicking. I saw this at first, but then I saw rook c6, and I did not see how, like, what to do here. Computer says I can go king f2 and just play the position. Yeah, this is starting to be really dangerous. And b5 already a serious mistake. Rook e7 kind of like the only move here to keep the balance. That I have control of the e-file. And if this, no. Now this is the point. Now I can take and go knight d3, and I'm supporting the e-file. Yeah, okay, this game I was super lucky, yeah. Like, my opponent just... He didn't outplay me, but at least in this critical phase of the game, he just had the better calculation skills. I think before that it was a very decent game. Like, not many mistakes at all. Okay, here I could have taken maybe first. And if rook e5, just move the queen somewhere, and he again has this isolated pawn. These double pawns are not perfect. So maybe I should have gone for this. I think b6 was a very good move. Stopping a5. And yeah, what about the opening, by the way? I don't remember what is the move after a6. There was this idea with knight e5, but I wasn't sure if it was here. Some idea like this, takes, bishop f5 and queen b3. I think there was a line like this. When white has some ideas with knight a3 and knight b5, and there were some ideas like this, I remember. Maybe also bishop e2. Maybe this was the thing, and some knight h4. I remember something like this. But he obviously knew this a6. He played it so fast. And with this, obviously, I'm not playing for any advantage. Objectively speaking, at least. Okay, I was lucky, yeah? What can you say? I was super lucky in that game. I think there's now a small break, but I'm not sure. I think usually there's a break after round 7. So how many points am I on? Let me see. I'm still not... Okay, 49th place. 5.5 out of 7. Grishuk is behind me. Grishuk is on 5 out of 7. Yeah, that was lucky. That was lucky. But okay, in the what was it? Oh, I'm playing Grandelius. That's fantastic. So for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty good friends with Niels. He's a very nice guy and obviously super strong player. So this will be a pleasure. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go for... If he castles now, I'm going for my specialty line. I made a small video on this for ChessBase, for the ChessBase magazine. A very interesting line. 97 is now, and now e5 is the move. But he plays d3, which most people do, and now after e5, black is usually doing pretty fine. I think... Did I mix up? Maybe I should have gone knight g6 first. It's possible that I mixed up already. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I think knight g6 first is the move. Because now my position doesn't look that inspiring at all. But I'll just try to keep moving fast. That's the main thing. I'm saying this and then I'm spending like absurd amounts of time already. Once again. I think my position is somewhat okay. Probably I'm worse, but it's just a fight. So now do I go knight c5? Looks like a good square. Yeah, very complicated. I was also thinking about some sacrifices on h4, like bishop h4, gh4, knight h4, but it doesn't seem like it's enough compensation. I think I'll just go for queen d7 and then maybe bishop h3. Now maybe I'm f4, but he doesn't go for it. I mean, slowly I'm starting to think about this. But it's probably not correct. Let me go for this instead. Okay, so I do have some g5 ideas here, just to blow everything up on the king side. So I'm thinking maybe he should go for f4. He goes for this instead. Okay, let's just go for it, yeah? Should we? Should we or should we not? I'm too scared. Oof. That's not good at all. Just e5 is hanging. I lost on time. I wanted to try a3 here. I mean, I'm for sure lost. But I wanted to try this. Takes, but he has b7. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, he just crushed me. He just crushed me. Yeah, I think I mixed up the move order. Yeah, b4. Knight g6 has to be played first. Knight g6 and then he doesn't have b4 and then I get e5. Yeah, this should still be somewhat okay, but I prefer white here. And here maybe a5 is instructive, because after I do this, then he was able to gain some space on the queen side. Yeah, what was this here? It's probably not correct, huh? But it's maybe not a bad try actually from a practical perspective. I thought about this, but then bishop h3 and I have some ideas. Yeah, queen d8, queen g5 is coming. Yeah, because this was just really strong. Yeah, just c5 and I had to go for a6 here. Yeah, it makes way more sense. a6, b6, knight c6. And after this, I think it was just lost. Yeah. a6 also very strong. Yeah, and here, okay, I was just so low on time. But anyway, this is already lost. Okay, thank you, Mr. Grandelius, for this lesson you gave me. Still, I think I'm now on 5.5 out of 8, so it's still somewhat okay. But yeah, getting a win now would have been fantastic. I'm just texting Niels. He texted me that I must have had a big edge, which not entirely accurate, at least according to the computer. But it's nice that we both had the feeling that our position was bad. So anyway, nice game. Nice game. I need to be way faster, way faster in the future games. Is there a break now? Let me see. Yeah, there is a break, it seems. For how long? Still 4 more minutes. So if you guys have any questions in the meanwhile, let me know in the chat. Now is the perfect time. Now is the perfect time to talk. Yeah, Naroditsky first. Yeah, not a surprise. Hikaru is there. I mean, all the typical people. Nepomniachtchi, Bluebaum. Yeah, interesting stuff. I didn't get a streamer badge since someone asked in the chat. I'm not streaming that often as well, but I want to keep it up for the future. Some Title Tuesdays, also some Leeches events would be fantastic. And of course these this chess.com tour, which I now played, the Chessable tour. Now it's called the Julius Baer tour. This where only grandmasters are allowed to participate. This would be great to stream, but the issue was, at least now, that they have these very strict anti-cheating measures where you have to share your screen and also record from like yourself from 2 angles, so from the front and from the side. And my computer just cannot take it that I'm streaming while sharing the screen and having like 2 cameras. It's a bit too much, but for the future I hope it will somehow work. This would be great to stream these events. What's your highest Title Tuesday finish ever? It's nothing impressive. I also don't recall the exact finishing. I guess something like top 50, but definitely not nothing better than that. I guess something like top 50. I mean, it's just really tough, yeah. Like, especially if you're not playing that much online Blitz, then it's super hard to finish in a top spot. I don't do anything else from chess for a living. As you all know, I do YouTube. But for like when it comes to real revenue, I do coaching, chess coaching, and I do play leagues and tournaments. So this is my main source of income at the moment, just from chess for now, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not doing anything apart from chess in the meanwhile. What version of ChessBase do you use to prepare? I think I have still ChessBase 16. Yeah, I'm using ChessBase 16, and I'm pretty happy with that. I guess there are some newer versions, but I try not to not to switch it up too often, because if I'm used to the current version, then I don't know, it just takes time again to get used to another version, and I'm happy with how it's currently going. Yeah, I'm also happy, yeah, that everything is working out well with chess. So I'm from Austria. I'm from Vienna. Let me guess, Vaibhav, are you from India? I would be surprised. Vaibhav is, I think, a very like typical Indian name. If I'm not incorrect, please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm playing against someone higher rated once again, and I think it worked out pretty well in this tournament. So I'm gonna stick to e4. I'm gonna stick to e4. He goes d6, and he goes for this sort of modern defense. And I usually play this this system with c3, which is pretty boring overall, but that's also my style. So yeah. Yeah, what do they do here? Is it rook e1 first? I think rook e1 is always a good move. And then something like h3. No, I think it's bishop e3 here. Yeah, bishop e3 is the move. Hope I'm not mixing something up. Knight d2. And now I'll go for h3, just to avoid any knight g4. And this position should always be a bit better for me, because I have the central advantage, and yeah, in the future I can maybe play on the queen side. Maybe a4 I will go next. Okay, he goes here. Let's go a4 anyway. Because if he goes a5, then the square on b6 is weakened. That's the issue for him. Okay, now I'm gonna go a5, I think. And I think I'll just go back. Because anyway, I guess he will go knight f4, and then my bishop is safe on f1. That he cannot take it. Okay, he goes here. Maybe b4. Hope I'm not blundering anything. But just to gain space, even more space on the queen side. I also have the idea to go king h2 and g3, possibly. Oh wow, he goes for f5. Okay, I think I'll take here. That shouldn't be bad. And now I need to think. I mean, g3 is also an option, but it's very, very double-edged. I have a feeling that taking is not the right decision, but let's go g3. I mean, I'm not a big fan of playing g3 because it weakens my king side, but I do want to get rid of this knight. So what I assume he will do is somehow try and sacrifice this knight on f4. So if f takes e4, I'm thinking of playing knight g5. And then all of a sudden I also have some ideas along this diagonal with the knight on g5. That was my plan at least. And of course I always have the option to take back here. And I'm simultaneously defending the pawn on h3. Bishop f5. Yeah, and now the madness probably starts. But I do have some checks, yeah? I don't see what he will do now. Oh, he goes for this. I mean, this should be pretty good for me. I am a piece up. Wow, g5. Hang on. Okay, I just need to move now. Trying to simplify. Maybe not a great decision, but let's go here. Let's take this. Okay, I should be winning, I think. Let's take here. What the hell is this? Does this work? I think mate is coming. Yeah, okay, game over. Whew. Quite intense. Let's check it out. This is like this typical position where, I mean, I'm better, but it's like always has this counterplay on the king side. So b4 was fine. And f5 objectively not correct, but not so easy. g3, a good move. Rook 81 is also good, which I also thought about. It's like plus 1.5, yeah. This was fine. Actually, I played really well. I mean, I did not make like a single mistake. Yeah, that was really good. I'm happy about the game. That was good. Where can you see this accuracy? I'm I'm excited now. Because it must have been like really high. Must have been pretty high. Only 86.6. Okay. Interesting. But the game was good, I think. I'm happy with it. I guessed correctly, yeah. Vibuff is a very Indian name. Very much so. Magnus gonna lose against Alireza. Are they playing currently? I didn't check actually. Yeah, let me know if they're playing now. This would be also exciting to watch. Lots of great players from Austria historically in the 19th century. Yeah, that's true. We had a lot of good players, especially also considering the fact, like especially in the start of the 20th century, since Austria was just a lot bigger with the. I mean, Hungary. We were a part of Hungary and Czechoslovakia back then, so we had just way more people, and chess was quite popular in this in those countries, at least at the time. So yeah, we did have a lot of very strong players, but after the Second World War, there was also not that much money to support chess. Okay, next game. And my opponent is playing b3. Okay. Let's try and stay solid. Let's go for c6. I guess this is logical. Let's go e6 and knight d7, or maybe bishop e7 first. No, knight d7. Okay, he takes, and I guess this position should just be equal. Let's go h6. Bishop h7 next. Okay, now I'll stop b4. Bishop h7 looks logical. And at some point I could think about playing b5. Maybe now's the time. Just to get some sort of play on the queen side. Oh, e4. And that's probably a good move. Let's go here. Not an easy position. Somehow I have a hard time finding a move here. Okay, this it's not really sensible, but at some point I might have this idea bishop g6. And h3 of course crushes all of those dreams. Okay, let's just go here. I don't like to put my queen on this diagonal, but very interesting. I mean, he will just go for f4 next, and I don't see what I can do, basically. Okay, I think I should at least somehow have some imbalance here. He should go a4, I assume. And then my idea was to go queen a7 or knight d7. Maybe queen a7. Oh, he takes. Hang on, now I have like many options that I need to move. I'm very surprised that he took this. At least I have some easy moves now, I think. Or maybe not. Like rook d7, rook d8 seems very, very natural now. And now is probably the time to take here. I'm guessing. And knight c3. Okay. It's not gonna be easy. I shouldn't be worse here, to be honest. Because my pieces are just so active. And he can, of course, take the pawn on c6, but... The issue, as usual, is time. Takes here. What? Oh, not again. Lost on time again. I'm just so slow. I mean, also this position, like, if someone's better, it's just me. What a waste. I wanted to go king g6. Okay, now he has king e3. That was just such a shame. I mean, it's just my fault, yeah. Like every game, I'm basically losing on time, and I'm just not speeding up. Like also to spend 30 seconds on this move, it's nothing to be proud of. Okay, also taking here was like far from the only move. Rook d7 also super logical. I thought he can maybe move in here, but it just doesn't work because the pawn on c5 is just weak. He cannot take with the knight because I take with the queen. And if he takes like this, then the pawn on d6 will also fall at some point. And okay, this, like... To me, it was clear that if someone's better, it has to be me here. At bishop d4, I can also go after this pawn here. It's okay. Also this position, yeah. Like, white is just extremely passive. Bishop d4, I thought about this, but what happens if he takes here? I just take on f2 with the bishop, okay, and then his king will be in big trouble. So that's why I went back, and yeah, here I just lost on time, yeah. Okay, it's just a pity. It's just a pity. Okay, so let's see what's happening. So last round is coming. This was round 10. And round 11 is coming. So let's try to finish the tournament on a high note. Oh, this is gonna take some time here. Okay, queen g2 was strange. Why not just go e4? Okay, that's a nice trick. I cannot take because of queen f6. But what? This happened in the game? Okay. Interesting stuff. Yeah, thanks. I defended well in the middle game, I feel like, but I was playing only for defense. Like I could have played for much more than that. So, but yeah, last game now, and let's try to finish it, finish the tournament well. Let's go for the Rosolimo. Okay, so he goes for this line. I always thought that this is like the easiest way to play for white. Yeah, I think h3. Or is it knight d2 first? Okay, doesn't matter. I'll just try and play fast in this game. b3, queen d4, okay. Let's try and do this. Just put the bishop here. It's for sure not the most ambitious way, but that's okay. Let's just castle. Okay. a4 is always a move. Knight d2 is logical. Let's go knight d2. I was a bit afraid of b5, maybe. Maybe b5 is a good move now. So maybe I should have gone a4 first. But b5, also the question is what he's threatening, actually, because... Like, can I go a4, for example, now? That seems reasonable. And if he goes b4, then I will take, and then I will go knight c4. And I have this nice outpost. Okay, he does play this. I think I'll just go back with the queen. Okay, now I think I'll take, and then I'll have control of the a file, at least for now. Maybe rook a2. Seems like a pleasant position for me. It's not much, yeah, for sure. Yeah, position is not much. But I do believe I have some small advantage at least. Okay, I like this move. Just hitting the pawn on c5. I guess you should go knight d7, maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's take and go knight b3. I like this idea. Again, pawn on c5 is kind of a weakness. I think with good defense it should be okay for him, but not easy to defend this. Okay, you can do it like this. But hang on, I think in the end I'm winning a pawn, no? Takes, queen e1. I think so. What am I missing? And I'm just picking up the pawn on c6. And I should have very good winning chances here. h4 should be alright. Could have also gone king g2. Yeah, I mean, this I saw, but somehow I had the feeling that I should be doing well here. Queen d5, that's the question. Takes, takes. Queen d5 I don't like, so I think I'll have to take here. Takes back. And now I need to come up with something. Let's give a check first. Shouldn't be that bad to give a check. Let's go here. I want to put my queen on f4. Also, this pawn endgame is not clear if it's winning, but probably it is. No, I thought I can go here. What happens here? Still not entirely easy to win this. But now, I mean, this pawn endgame should be winning now. Yeah, this has to be winning. Just a clear pawn up. Yeah. And game over. Yeah, I think a pretty decent game to end the tournament. Let's have a look. Yeah, bishop h5 is supposed to be the move, yeah. And then some g4, knight e5, I think g4, bishop g6, knight e5. But this is playable for black. But he went for this. And yeah, this plan, I guess not objectively the most testing, but seemed interesting. And b5 it looked nice, but after all, it was maybe not the best idea because it is weakening the pawn on c5. Maybe something like b6 and then knight d7 and maybe e5 to build a center. I could have gone queen e3 right away. But yeah, also this, yeah. Knight b3, that was all good. Even this is fine for him. Wow. This is only like a slight advantage. It's quite surprising. Computer says b4, and apparently I don't have a way to make a progress. I thought queen c4 and then just slowly I'll do something like g3, king g2. Okay, computer will defend this, but practically it's probably quite hard. h4, yeah, not necessary. I also thought king g2, and if he goes h4 now, I can either take or I can go g4, I guess. But computer wants to take. Okay, I went h4, g5 is not the best. Again, computer wants to just wait with queen b2. Queen c3 was actually important for some reason. So this check was beneficial for me because now the king is just misplaced on h7. Because also now he doesn't have queen h5. With the king on g7 this might be a draw, because maybe he has some perpetual checks. But now he doesn't have queen e2 because of the pin. So he played queen c5 and this pawn endgame is just winning. Yeah, I briefly thought that he could try and run in like this, but I guess I can also go d4. Oh, I can't. d4, e6, and then he's starting to have real counterplay. Okay. So king g3, king e5, and even this now. If f6, I have king e3 or c3, and if king d4, I always have g5. King e5, and now king g4, and I'm just winning. Hi Pika, what's up? You found to the stream. Now it's unfortunately almost over, but I'm glad you made it. And yeah, the end was, yeah, okay, nothing much happened here anymore. So yeah, a good game to end the tournament at least. Let's see who won it. Is someone still playing? Looks like it's over. One more question I saw in the chat. Okay, so Bortnik won. This must be Suleimanli, I think. Yeah. And Oparin was third. So Nakamura not even in the top 3, huh? Where did Naka finish? He finished 6th place. And yeah, Aronian 13th. Yeah, it's just so tough. Nepo 16th place. Oh, Niels on 25th. Okay, let's see on which place did I finish. I think I made 7.5. Is it possible? Gotham Chess 7. Wait, how many points did I make? Yeah, 7.5. I finished on 62nd place. Thank you guys. Yeah, the end of the tournament. I mean, there were some good games. I think the was it 9th round where I won in this modern Pierce defense. I think that was one of the best games. And yeah, obviously in one game I won on time. In the other one I lost on time. So it's always like sometimes you have luck, sometimes you don't have it. So yeah. You should do this more often. Yeah, I will definitely try and have more streams in the future. It's a lot of fun, especially these like tournaments. So Title Tuesdays, some titled arenas on Lead Chess. I'll definitely try to have a few more of them in the future. I saw there was one more question. Do many of the other top Austrian players live in Vienna? And if so, do you see them very often for chess or socially? There's actually from the top players, only one of them is from Vienna and living there. It's Valentin Dragnev, who played on the first board in the Olympiad as well. But other than that, actually no one lives in Vienna, which is, now that I think about it, actually a bit surprising. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, 62nd place, 7.5 out of 11. Pretty respectable result in the end. So yeah, I had a great time. Thank you guys for watching. I will play a tournament starting on Friday as well. I'll play the Croatian League. So then the recaps will start again for the Croatian League. I'll record the daily recaps also with some vlogs and daily routines. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for the nice comments. I was impressed by your Olympiad performance. Like a lone wolf for Austria against Norway. Yeah, that was a tough match. Yeah, for sure. No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure as always. And yeah, see you soon, and stay tuned for more content in the future. So